Hey, Judson. Hey, Jed, bud.
There's Jean.
Yeah.
He knows who she is.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, there's Jean.
Are you and Papa still hanging out?
Jean.
Yeah.
He's doing it right now. He's looking out the window.
Yeah. It's like, where'd she go?
We were just outside on the deck. He was playing with the baseball bat and stuff.
Yeah, I left some for you too.
It's fun that he can. It's fun he can do that when George isn't around.
Yeah, exactly. Play with all his toys. I think this is a pivotal meeting right now, guys.
I think so too.
Rich, you want to lead? Why don't you start off and lead us what we talked about earlier? I think it's a very pivotal time for Poolside Nation.
Well, Gene was on with us last Saturday, or was it last Sunday? I think it was. And we talked about this.
Okay.
Oh, puppy distractions. You gonna say hello, Bella? Oh, good God.
Yeah. So me and Lon had a conversation about an hour and a half ago, just about why this little chat with us is going to be so pivotal, because, and I hope some more people hop on, or if they can watch the replay later, just because Grizz said from day one when we launched this campaign, with the
you guys, I'm gonna go on mute. Here.
Sounds good. Grizz said, right from the beginning, that
it's okay, buddy.
That it would be people would have to be patient, because it's not make 10K in 24 hours. It's make 10K in 8 weeks, right? And if you understand the law of exponential growth, it's going to go like this, and then it's going to go like that. And so that's why I'm so excited for today and finishing up this week strong, and why I felt it was so important to, hey, it's been a little bit of a slow week. It's been a little bit of a slow week this week, but why it's so important to get together and talk, because Saturday, Sunday, Monday, these last 3 weeks have just been so huge for our team in driving sales and driving product, and, adding to our team, getting new agents and stuff, because it's the weekend, right? We have a lot more free time. We all have our jobs during the week. We're finishing up week 4 in this campaign, and if you watch the Terry Camp video, the 10K in 8 weeks, weeks 1 and 2, you sign up 2 agents, you don't make anything. Weeks 3 and 4, you sign up 4 more agents join your team, you make $30. But now we're finishing up week 4, and Tuesday is the start of week 5, because in week 5 and 6 that's where you make the $370 or whatever. And then week 7 and 8 is where you make that $9,100. And so it's just so important for us to keep getting together like this and having these fun conversations, keep ourselves accountable, and, keep sending out the experience packs and everything. I just went in my back office here right before I hopped on, and I counted this week and the three previous weeks. In the last 6 weeks, in the last 4 weeks, we've signed up just on my team, below me, to Lonnie. I'd be really, really curious to see what your numbers are for our whole organization. But just from me on down, 3 agents and 16 new customers just from me on down. And so if you look at the 10K in 8 weeks video, he doesn't even account for customers. We're right on track. We still have 72 hours, before the end of the week to sign up another agent to meet that, or a couple more agents to meet that pace of 6 new agents at this point in time. But he didn't even account for customers. So that's why I'm so jacked. Like, oh my God, that video didn't even account for customers. And we've created 16 from me on down. Okay.
Yeah. It's really, his numbers are really super conservative. And even if you are not seeing the results that video is showing, we're making progress. And even if you slightly hit it, a fourth of it, it's still really awesome. It's still really great progress, more progress than we've ever had.
Right. And that's why, I think back to the conversation I had with Grizz that, the day after we launched this thing, he's like, oh, what? You're not going to get 2 out of 10? Oh, you get 1 out of 10 instead? Oh, wow. You're still making 5K.
Right.
So it's like, I love that. Like, we talked about this last week, Gene, did we not? Like, with our previous company, it was just so, I wouldn't say overhyped, but I think it was overpromised. Where in our presentations we were like, say, hey, if you show your people the information the right way, 6 out of 10 will say yes. And very rarely did any of us see a 6 out of 10. And that's why I love that 10K video, is because those numbers are very conservative. Anybody can get 2 out of 10. Anybody can get 2 out of 10.
No, Judd's listening to you right now.
I know, he's like so intense.
Hi, Juddy. Hey, we're gonna grow the team any way as possible. So as soon as you turn 18, buddy, you're gonna rock it.
Jordan won't give me a social yet. I'm like looking for it.
But that's why I love that 10K in 8 weeks videos, because the numbers are so conservative. There's no overpromising there. There's no hype. There's no fluff. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, hey, we can do this, and we're not even accounting for customers. And so it shows people like, you know what, I can do this. I can do this. And the trick is to stick it out. You know what I mean? To keep holding yourself accountable, to keep sending 2 a day, 2 a day, 2 a day. And then and just trusting that the numbers will be your friend. And if you stick it out for 8 weeks, see what happens.
Yeah. I think there's way too many people, and maybe even on our team more so, because we all love to have fun. But as soon as, because of WV kind of over promising a little bit, we're like, oh, well, that's not what happened in 2 weeks. I'm done. I'm out.
Right. Exactly. Yep.
But if you're not willing to stay the course, then you don't get the rewards either.
Right. And so, like, obviously not all the blame was on the company. You know what I mean?
Right. Oh, totally.
But, there has to be some personal effort and some discipline and some, whatever. But I just feel with this, like, if you're not going to put into work, if you're not going to stay disciplined, you're not going to get anything, whatever, no matter what company you're in, right? But
exactly.
I just feel like the way we presented our previous company, none of us ever saw those numbers. You know what I mean? None of us ever saw 6 out of 10. I don't know. Maybe I'm just speaking for me.
No, never, man. It was 2 if you were good, 3 out of 10.
Right. But we kept saying it. We kept saying it, right? Hoping that it would like come true and whatever. And with this, and Lonnie and I have been talking, these last 3 weeks, we just feel like with this, we don't have to hype it up anymore. We don't have to fluff it up anymore. We can actually be real and have real conversations with our friends, because people have a tangible product in their hand that they can, experience and be like, oh yeah, I love these products. Okay. Oh, that's the system you guys used? Oh crap, I can do that. I can spend a half an hour at home each day and sending out a couple of these to my friends. You know what I mean?
Well, and that brings me to Rich. That's such a great intro, man, because that brings me to the numbers, man, and that's why I really want to crunch the numbers with you guys. Gene, how many experience packs have you sent out? And for the new people on here, the things have really changed since Dallas. When I came back and we came back, and Rich and I just went crazy with the numbers, because we found truly a way, really an assistant to help us out of our house. Where we'd always talk about home-based business, but we still had to invite them to meetings. We still had to move them, get them to around the country and events. Well, now we're just, gifting your friends with these secret experience packs. Now, let's start with Gene. Gene, how many have you sent out?
I think 65.
Nice.
How many do you think you've doubled up on?
Maybe
skincare and nutrition.
Maybe 8 or 10.
Okay, so that's not too bad. How many have you followed up with?
I'm probably at about 20 or so. So I got a long ways to go.
How many would you say 2 out of 10, 4 out of the 20 that will probably look at sitting down with you at some point?
At some point, I would say that maybe 4 to 6 out of 10. Right away, I'm not getting that great, results. I'm getting a lot of, oh, I haven't had time to try it. I don't buy those things. I don't, so I'm getting some of that response. But, I just, at this point, I just want people to know, what I'm doing, that I have the product. I just want them to get the product and get their opinion on it. And then keep dripping on them, and whether it's through Facebook or whatever, and eventually we're getting them all.
So
here's the thing.
Or go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, I was gonna say no. That's Gene. That's awesome. And I really think. I mean, if you do want to make money, you got to put at least $500 into the experience packs and have 40 to 50 out there. I mean, the 10 to 20 people, God bless them, but it's just it seems like the little heavier numbers, the better. And
well, obviously, like the bigger casting, the bigger net.
The bigger net.
Yeah.
But here's what I was gonna say. Instead, and this is where we're kind of unprogramming ourselves. It's something I caught that you said there, and this is why these sessions are so great. You said, I want to get your opinion on something.
Right.
I was doing that earlier, but what's actually closing right now for us, and we put in 5 agents, 9 customers since Dallas in 30 days, Jordan and I have. And I would say what's closing us for us is, what are you guys using? Lead with what you're using. Hey,
Yep.
I'm taking care of my health a little bit more since COVID, kind of like the thing you did on Facebook. This is what I've been taking, because they literally walk into our house and they're like, okay, what are you guys using? You guys look pretty good.
Right.
Yeah.
And I'm glad you said that, Lonnie, because that just drives home the point of what Grizz says in the script to send out the arrival day video. You know, Gene,
Right.
Your point is you don't necessarily have to say, hey, that's a pretty crazy system, right? Which is, verbatim what Grizz's script is. But when people, when you're following up with people and you're saying, hey, I just got a notification on my phone that gift I sent to you was delivered. Let me know when you open it. They're going to come back and they're going to be saying, yeah, I just got it in the mail. This looks awesome. Can't wait to try it. So, and if you haven't had a chance, what I responded to Karen Brown this past week when she's having the same kind of trouble, like, oh, I haven't gotten around to trying it yet, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
Like, you got to speed through the numbers. Do not wait for people to try it.
Totally.
Right.
Because,
and actually, I'm going to put you down for a minute. Richie, keep going with this. This is exactly what you need to be talking about.
Do not wait for people to try it, because you know what? Like, because then you're going to turn into a chaser like we were with our previous company. And you're making it all about the products, and you're going to seem desperate. You know what I mean? And so here's what I would do. Here's definitely what I would recommend you do is, if you want to show them the system video, that'll show them one or two things that you didn't have to, ship it. You didn't have to, whatever. You can say, hey, what I find crazy is, like, when I sent you, I didn't have to pay for shipping. I didn't have to pack it. I never even saw anything. I just typed your address into my app on my phone, and I hit send, and voila. And on top of that, I got a notification on my phone that alerted me that it was delivered to your mailbox. You got to see what I'm doing. This is bigger than just, whatever. This is what I'm doing for income now. And then you can send them the arrival day video. Or if you're
right.
on that, what you can do is just take the pressure release off them and let them know that you're not going to wait around for them by saying something like this. Hey, listen, you know what? The products are great. You're going to love them. Me and Chrissy have been using them for months and we're amazed. And you can tell them your story, right? So, hey, I've lost 25 pounds in the last 6 months thanks to our wellness line. Chrissy and I have been using the skincare products. We feel great. We look great, right? So whenever you get around to trying what I sent you, if you like anything I sent you, or if you're curious about what else we offer, take a look at my website. A small product purchase would be appreciated, no matter how small. This is what I'm doing now. Let me know when you get around to trying it, or if you're interested in anything, and then just send them your link, and then move on.
Yeah, I like how Sean says, basically, if you're sending 2 a day, you need to do 2 follow-ups a day. So I got way behind on that because I was so excited about sending them out. So that's where I need to catch up.
Yep. And the way that
same for Jordan and I, we're the same boat.
What was that, Lon?
No, I didn't say Jordan and I. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah. A little choppy there for a second, but we can hear.
Yeah, my phone's I dropped it last night. So Joan. Yeah, my wife's name is Joan. Jordan and I are in the same boat, actually, as far as the follow-up. I've got people from 10 days ago that have given me their address. I haven't even sent them out. And follow-up has really been my death over the years. I get so excited for 1 or 2 days, and throw as many people as I can, and then it's like a week goes by, I'm like, oh my gosh. And so Jordan and I, that's what we're doing all weekend. It's just mopping up.
Yep.
But that just shows you guys, we got 14 out of, we pretty much sent double on everyone. We got 14 out of 44 right now. I mean, that we haven't even followed up with probably another 25.
Right.
Yeah, that's awesome.
But it is important right away, you know, even if you can't have that initial like long conversation with people, what I've found is to at least let them know, like when you get that notification that it was delivered, to send out that short message, say, hey, I just got the notification on my phone that what I sent you is delivered. Let me know when you open it. And like I've even expounded on that and say, hey, just to let you know, it wasn't addressed from me. Here's what it looks like.
Yeah,
like,
that's what I was doing is sending like a picture of what it looks like, and what else was I sending? I don't know, something, but the picture of the package and the picture of the, you know, product, because it's like a lot of people, I didn't even get a chance to tell them I was even sending them anything. I had their address, so I just sent stuff off, you know. So yeah, a little bit of a poor start, but you know, we'll get there.
Yeah, and we're learning, and like, you know, we didn't know what we, you know, I didn't know what we were doing when I was like, all right, I'm just going to do this, you know, and you know, as we go, like, you know, if we're asking numbers, I'm up to like 130, you know.
Yeah. I love it. Go. You got to catch up with Helen though, boy. She's rocking it.
How many do you think you've closed off? Or let me ask you this. How many do you think those packs, that they nudged your people, Rich? That they nudged, you know, they nudged your people. I mean, every one of ours, they've nudged.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Every single, all 14 of our sales since Dallas for 30 days now, they've nudged. And that's why Jordan and I, we just, when the kids get going and stuff, we just get frustrated because the system is working. For the first time in our career, we have a system that works.
100%. And no, I can guarantee, and yeah, I can guarantee every single customer that I brought on in the last 3.5 weeks, we would have never been able to touch them with WV.
Yeah.
Every single person, I mean, spending $300-400 a pop over here is saying, I'm sorry I couldn't join WV. I'm sorry. They're like literally apologizing. We just don't use the travel side of things.
Right.
But they're like, we'll buy this stuff all day long. And that's where Rich and I, you know, will eat our words from 6 months ago. You know, we weren't excited about skincare, but you know, like Pete
I know.
said,
and I'm just going to be able to keep saying, I told you so.
Well, and Gene, for the folks that have been around for a while, I mean, Gene, you're right. When we were in the Tampa airport going to Eric Krasbowski's New Year's party, it was really, we had to flip the new hat on the secret. And just, you know, like Chris said, well, if people aren't traveling right now in the COVID, find out what they are doing. And I'll tell you right now, every single person has said the same thing. I want to look and feel better since COVID. They just don't feel themselves. They're sluggish. I mean, I'm sluggish and I've been using the products. I mean, I'll tell you, people look so tired and worn out here. I mean, Minneapolis last night, another 10 people shot. It's out of hand, man. It's absolutely out of hand. The world is, and you got to take care of yourself.
Well, hey, just here's a testimonial. So, you know, I've been rocking the boosters and the recoveries for like the last, you know, 5 months or whatever.
Yeah, I've never seen you with this kind of energy.
Well, that wasn't the testimonial, but here's the thing. So Chrissy, the only reason why she hasn't taken the booster yet is because she really has a tough time taking pills, and she kept saying to me for weeks, she's like, they need to come out with a gummy for that. They need to come out with the gummy for that. And so but Wednesday night, she finally is like, okay, let me take a couple of these. Let me try to get a couple of these down. The last 3 mornings, she's been just like, okay, I have energy. I'm antsy. Like, you know, it's
well, she's probably clear-headed. You know, that's half the thing. Having a clear head when you get up the next day too.
Right.
Well, you just have to have good sleep. And even for me, I mean, I still wake up probably at least once a night, sometimes more, but I'll wake up and I'm thinking like, oh, it's time to get up. I'm rested. I'm ready to go. And then I'm going like, oh wait, I get 3 more hours or whatever, you know?
Yeah, me too. Every morning I would get up and Chrissy would be annoyed at me. Like, how the hell do you have so much energy? Like, really, like, get back in bed, watch TV with me. Like, I'm antsy, ready to go. Like, I got ideas coming through.
Yep.
Yeah, I think key too with these products, no matter what you're taking, is really drinking a lot of water.
Yep.
But the thing with these products is the cravings, I think, have gone down for everyone. I mean, even including me. I mean, I had a migraine in my neck yesterday. We've all had those, and boy, I was going downhill fast. And Gene just like started popping recovery, and
Start drinking water. I mean, I used to get the worst tension headaches that would start in my shoulder,
oh man,
I could feel it creeping up my neck like an iron claw on the back.
that's what that, bro. That's what that was last night, and I was like,
Yeah.
humidity. The humidity, I almost I had to get a Gatorade because I just needed electrolytes that bad, and it was just like,
That's where the water drinking comes into play too. Like I've cut down from 2 to 3 pops a day, especially how easy it is to drink pop behind the bar.
Yeah.
To
oh, it's gonna be tough, man. Pop
Maybe.
is the death.
well, when
Well,
it
plus
first-
it's addictive. Once you start drinking a glass or two or whatever, you just keep doing it.
right. Well,
Yeah.
and now I'm down to maybe 1 or 2 a week, and I just I just keep pounding water.
I'm down to those little ones. I still like those little ones at night. I gotta get off them.
Well, at night it's Coors Light and Jameson for me. So
Hey, hey. You know what? I guess I gotta pick my poison.
Yeah, that's right.
You know what? But you guys, I'll tell you, this is fun to have you guys on right now because we had we've had record breaking weeks, and this week was really quiet. And, historically, this time of year, I'm a big numbers guy. Looking back at this year, the next 10 days are really the quietest of the year, just like Christmas and New Year's is. And so that's why I don't see it slowing down this year, though. Usually we'll be like, well, we'll catch you after 4th of July or boot camp at July. And June could just be really bad here. And I just don't see that happening. And I know I keep brainstorming as far as, oh gosh, let's try to find a fair or a flea market or a storefront. But the good news is for the people out there, Dr. Peach is going to start doing Cowboy Jacks on Tuesdays every other week starting June 1st. So we're going to shoot out of the gate right after the holiday, which will be awesome. Actually, the day after Memorial Day. The city's kind of chilling out a little bit with COVID and everything else going on a little bit there, but all the way to Orlando. I just wish I shouldn't say wish, but we got to find a way to get some more activity on the team.
Yeah, I mean
It's probably fresh blood, like you've always said, Ron. It's fresh blood.
Yeah, I mean, really driving it home right now with the numbers are, Rich. I'd probably say Rich number 1, us number 2, Ian right now, and Karen just ranked up, and Jessica Foreman's been really phenomenal as far as the women. And Gene, you got a lot of contacts, and I think what I've learned from this call is I think you're just going to move faster, more of a sense of urgency with these people.
Yeah.
And if that takes making calls with me over at the office, then let's just do it. That's really, I think, all it is right now. It's just moving fast. It's just moving right through the numbers.
And maybe if they're gonna do Cowboy Jacks on Tuesdays, maybe I'll come down Tuesday, noonish or mid-afternoon, and then we can, rip calls and do whatever. We can even do some little mini spas that day.
No, that actually sounds great because I'm usually running around on Tuesdays till later in the day. But we could do University Club, my living room. We could do some pop up. Rich, she was saying, she's gonna be in town for the next week. She's got all the products on her. We should start doing some pop up shows.
I probably won't be available to do that, just because of my sitch.
That's okay.
But
no, I'm just saying if you got people, I
right.
I want to like Jean said something to me that really stuck a couple months ago. She's like, when this thing opens up, COVID, you're gonna want to be seen and be seen. And just let people know we're out here in the public again. And that's why I might go to the Saints game tomorrow and just really start getting out there again and being like, hey man, we're out.
So I want to get back to Gene about moving faster.
Yeah.
What's really what's the word I'm looking for? Been able for me to just clear my head and have some peace and not feel like a beggar or a chaser or anything with these people is just to be able to show them the buffet table. Like Jefferson Santos said, I think we talked about it last week a little bit. You got to show them everything and let them make their choice. Right. Yeah. And so when they're saying, hey, I'll try it later tonight, that's where I'm going into. Like, what's crazy to me is I just plugged your address into my app. Right. and then I send them the arrival day video. And we talked about this last week too. The people who get the business and understand it and want to know more about it, they're going to reach back to you first. You won't have to reach back to them. The ones who, that's not for me, they'll ghost you. They'll ghost you, right? And so the way you overcome that is to pressure release. And, you know, maybe a day or two later of them not responding back to that arrival day video, say, hey, listen, you know, I get it. That part of it probably ain't for you. But like Eric says in the video, hey, this is what I'm doing. You know, the story that I've been telling my friends is, hey, listen, like me and Chrissy got some big plans. I want to launch a food truck. We want to get married. You know what I mean? So if you're interested in anything that you end up trying or are curious about anything, here's my website. A purchase would be appreciated no matter how small, and then leave it go. You know what I mean? Jay Peso posted this a couple weeks ago. People don't like to be sold, but they love to shop. If you just give them your link and say, hey, this would be, you know, you'd be a huge support if you purchased anything, people will go on there all day long and, oh, I like that. I like that. I like that. And now you're like, you're giving them a reason to be excited about trying what they sent to you. And they have all in their hands and they can just do it on their own time.
And that's perfect what you just said, Rich, because Gene, the only thing we're not doing is you and I are getting together. We got to reach out to more people. I mean, we're just not reaching out to people fast enough. We've got them. We got to reach out to them faster enough. And just yeah, like Rich said, give me your link. They'll buy or they won't. They'll buy or they won't.
And this is what it's taught me more than ever. You know, like, you know, all the leaders that we've been around all the last year, you know, last handful of years. You know, this is a sorting game. It's a sorting game. 2 out of 10 will be agents. 3 out of 4 will be customers. 3 out of 4 will be no's, right? Or 3 to 4 will be no's. It's like, okay, where are you? Where are you? All right, cool. People want to, they'll raise their hands, right? And so,
Gene, you got to ask for that sale.
And you don't even really have to ask for the sale.
True. You don't even have to ask for the sale.
Here's my link. Here's my link.
The virtual store is open.
Right. And so, so my friend Trina, that actually Chrissy and I's friend Trina that lived in the apartment building that I live in downtown St. Paul, she just got back from freaking Iceland, right? She just got back from Iceland last week. She came home to this experience pack in her mailbox, and she messaged me back. She's like, when she opened it up, she's like, oh my God, I've been searching for a new skincare routine. I cannot wait to try these. She sent me a picture of it this morning. I told her my story about Chrissy and I, right? Like what we want to do this year. She hearts the message and she's like, you know what? I am definitely purchasing from you guys. This is awesome. I would love to support you guys, blah, 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 blah. I didn't even go into the business part of it. But now I'm going back. I'm going to go back to her and say, hey, like, you know, there's more to this. If you're interested, would you be interested in
Right.
and this is just another way to do it, right? Hey, there's more to this. If you're interested, would you be open to learning how you can earn or how you can save 30 to 40% on product?
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like, and so I'm going to do that with her. She's already said, yeah, I'm buying. Hey, how would you like to save some money? Or how to make some money? Now I'm going to show her the arrival day video and go into, hey, what's crazy is I never even had to freaking pack anything, ship anything or whatever. I just entered your address in an app. You know, you got to see this. So like me, it's just like, we don't have to be as robotic as we were with our previous company. We don't.
That's a great point, man.
Right.
It's
like we were with our last company, where, you know, with this, it's like, okay, customer agent, no, awesome. Customer agent, no, awesome. Customer agent, no, awesome. You can keep going. Whereas with our previous company, you know, we're all excited to bring them out to, you know, the hotel in Bloomington. Dr. Peach is presenting, you know, whatever.
Don't forget to ask for the sale.
Right. And you're like, that was awesome, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And
It'll be interesting to see Peach present now, and if he does his WV presentation just with secret, or because that's Rizbowski's basically doing that.
Grizz and Peach don't really stray too much. You know, they kind of do what they've always done. Because when you make 10, 20 million, that's what happens.
I know, right? Somebody said something to me last week or whatever, and I said, well, you know what? This guy's making hundreds of thousands of dollars. I'll just do what he does.
Yeah.
And this is what, so like, I think I posted the link to or a video of a recording of a presentation that Peach did down in Vegas, I believe, with Terry Camp. And Peach, you know, it wasn't the presentation, it was the afterwards training. where Peach just got up and he was candid, and this is where it's so important for me and Lonnie have been talking the last couple of weeks. We can be ourselves again. We don't have to, not necessarily lie. You know, we none of us have ever lied, but you know, we felt like we were hypey, you know what I mean? All this, whatever. Where with this, you know, we can just be ourselves and real with people. We're trying products, we're, you know, experiencing products. And so Peach said in front of this crowd of 150 people, hey, I'll be honest with you guys. I've never purchased any skincare in my life, ever. And he said, he's like, you know, people say our products, you know, make people say, wow. I think our products make people say, ooh. Ooh. You know what I mean? So he's saying that, and he's being real. Like Dr. Peach is being real. And it's just, it was so refreshing to you know, you can be vulnerable with your people now, you know what I mean? And, and tell real stories. Like, you know, hey, like for the last 10, 11 years, 12 years, whatever, we're like, oh my God, our vacation in Punta Cana was awesome, blah, 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 blah. And, you know, no matter what, people think you're going to be, you're sounding hypey. With this, it's like, man, I've lost 25 pounds. You know, my skin feels great. Chrissy loves my skin. You know what I mean? Like, it's those real stories that people want. They want to look better. They want to feel better. You know, they want to look better together, right? And so, like, I tell my my guy friends, like, dude, like, if you're not doing this kind of stuff, like, your girl will appreciate it if you start doing this stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I'm just able to, like, just.
Well, it's kind of the way we're going. You know, Men's Health 10 years ago was just kind of okay, whatever. But now, 10 years later, I mean, this is where Men's Health is all over it.
Right.
No, and women want their men groomed and taken care of.
Right.
No wonder why my wife hasn't come home today.
I'm gonna say you might want to shave there, Lon.
God, I mean.
Well, before you popped on, Gene, the reason why I don't grow facial hair anymore is because it comes out gray. It's like, okay, Chrissy likes me better.
Like, I think I literally got this gray since Judd. Gotta be Judd.
Seriously, if G didn't give you that, you know.
Or actually, it might have been just the last 2 weeks with George, maybe.
Mm.
So here's what we only got.
He was much better this weekend.
Yeah, guys, I was gonna say we're probably going over here.
Well, we got about 4 minutes left here in the 7, but I'm gonna probably wrap it up here pretty soon. But the last thing I wanted to just touch on is just the thing that I've been, you know, looking at the numbers, you know, what we need to do to progressively, you know, rank up, you know, is track your cliff weeks. Look at your cliff weeks each and every week and figure out, all right, what's that number that I need to increase 20%? Or if you are close to hitting rank, like say, like, so Royale, like, right, I'm on pace to hit Royale here in the next 10, 12 days or whatever. And I have my eye completely on that 5,000 on my short side and say, okay, cool. Like, all right, I need to get to, like, so let's just say my cliff week for the next 2 weeks is like $800, right? So I know I need to drive to at least 58.89 on my right side because I know that 889 is falling off. You see what I'm saying?
Right. Yep.
And that's where, like, Jessica, you know, she hit bronze, you know, last week. Well, Tuesday, you know, she felt a little discouraged because she's back to active. And me and Lonnie were both like, hey, it's all good. You know what I mean? Like, but you know, she's going to get it back. It's all, like, there's no doubt about it. She's going to get it back. She's got a team that's growing. She has a huge network of people that like her, trust her, and respect her, and you know what I mean, and want to try these amazing products with her. So she's going to get it back. But the way that you avoid that from happening is to, you know, all right, cool, like 5,000, you got to get to 2,000 for bronze, right? But I know 500's falling off. I need to push to at least 1,500 so I can maintain after I hit it.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be the thing that's a little bit challenging with this system versus the old, but it's so much easier to get where you need to go because, like Lonnie said, people are buying $200, $300, $400, but you just need to find those, you know, 2, 4, 5, 10 people a week.
Right.
You know, to keep those volumes up.
Well, and then I'm glad you said that too, because even just, was it yesterday I went to go get my haircut? Yeah, yesterday. And as soon as I got back, I called Lonnie. I'm like, Lonnie, I just had a huge realization. Like, I never thought that I would sell product, right?
Right.
I love selling product because, you know, yeah, we have our cliff weeks and stuff, whatever, but, you know, but now the system, you know, with our back office the way it is and how our comp plan is, it's like, okay, this comp plan encourages us to, it helps us be more accountable to ourselves. motivated to, all right, this is our target, this is where we need to go. We're not looking so much at the cliff week, oh my God, 1,000's falling off this week. No, I'm going to go get 1,200. You know what I mean? Like, all right, here we go.
Right.
Whereas in comparison with our old company, I just feel, and Bonnie and I were on the phone talking about this, when we were growing in those seasons, like Memorial Day, like 4th of July, like Christmas, when we weren't growing and we were just kind of like this, it was an everyday fear to log into our back office, like, all right, who fell off this week?
Right.
Who called the quitters hotline this week? Oh crap, shit.
Yeah.
Like, and now it's just
Right.
like, all right, let's go push some volume. Let's go make some sales. This is
it's so much more fun.
right.
Well, and now with, summer coming up too, guys, the several of like Terry Kemp's calls or whatever, that the body butter is like super awesome for sunburn or just dehydrated skin,
Really?
from being, it's really awesome. That, and like, even like the lotions with shea butter, or even the foot cream with tea tree, that stuff's all really good for sunburn and dried skin,
Yep.
From the sun. So,
Yeah.
the other thing is maybe, I got a little sunburn, but, and somebody was saying too, on the call today, I caught part of it because I was in the car, but they burned themselves with like their curling iron, and they put like the body butter on that, and it was gone in like 2 days or whatever. And another person, I didn't even know they had lip balm, but apparently it's in some of the packs, and it probably will be coming out like some point this year. But they had like a lip blister or whatever, and they put that on. It was gone like within a day. So
Here's one thing I'll tell you.
Cool products.
Here's one thing I'll tell you too, is I made the post about Booster earlier this week, just ranting and raving about it. The one thing I forgot to mention, and this is huge, and I can't attribute it 100% to the booster, but because it is an alkaline booster and it helps promote that pH balance right between alkaline and acidic, like I said, I can't attribute it 100% because I have significantly cut down on pop, but I've suffered from heartburn and acid reflux for about 20 years because I drink so much pop.
Yep.
I haven't experienced heartburn in 5 months at all. And on top of that, Chrissy has been taking the boosters nightly since Wednesday night, and she has not just heartburn, not just acid reflux, but silent acid reflux, where it just creeps up. She doesn't even know it's coming, and all of a sudden her stomach's all messed up. She's gagging. She's pretty much throwing up acid. She hasn't experienced it for the last 3 days, and she usually gets it daily. So it's huge. Like, I mean, and that's so important when you're following up with people, instead of like we were saying earlier, Gene, like, hey, I want to get your opinion on this. No, tell your story. Tell other people's story. You know what I mean? And
that you're right. That's much more important.
Yep. So anyway, guys, we got less than a minute. It's probably going to cut us off here. So I will go ahead and wrap this up. Guys, thank you so much.
Great, man. Yeah, post this up, Richard. Great stuff, man. Great zone. This is actually, it's got my head on straight now where we're going for the next few weeks here, because we keep beating at 20% every week, and I don't know.
Well, let's keep showing the packs out. Let's keep freaking doing this stuff. The crazy money's coming in the next 4 weeks, guys. We're going into the last half of the season now.
Whoop, whoop.
We work now. We'll be cruising all next winter.
Yep, and I'll put this recording up and get paid poolside, guys.
Rock and roll.
Sounds good. Thanks, Rich. See you on.
Bye.
See you guys.